What you're about to watch is a little snippet of a one-to-one exclusive coaching call I had with one of my students, and I decided to clip part of this conversation because I think it's going to be very valuable for you. So without further ado, let's go right into it.
So I have been using LinkedIn specifically because I'm not really on Facebook. And I also just posted an ad on Indeed. So one of the people I connected with on LinkedIn, he sent me a message and he wanted me to give him more information about my agency, including my website, and I don't have that yet. And I wanted to know what your opinion was. What's the best way of me basically explaining that the agency's at its infancy, but at the same time not getting a no from him, because he seems like he has a lot of experience. So I don't want him to completely just be like, nah,
Yeah.
you're too early.
Yeah. So I don't think he's asking, one of the reasons why he does this, maybe it is to check whether you're in an infant stage. And you shouldn't run away from it. But another thing is, like, every time I see these cases, right, and you feel like something could play to your disadvantage, I always just flip it as an advantage. And because at the end of the day, like, people will treat something the way you tell them to treat something, right? And they see something the way you tell them to see something, and that is why framing is very important, right? So if I say, so for example, a lot of people, if someone asks me if I have a website and I don't have a website, most people will go, oh shit, that's a bad thing, right? Because if this person is asking me, then they probably see a website as important. But really, what depends, the important thing here is, do I think a website is important, right? And so the way I'm going to frame it is, I'm not going to say, oh, I don't have a website, unfortunately, I'm actually just starting out, and I don't have any clients, and I don't, maybe you actually shouldn't work with me, right? Instead, I'm going to frame it as in, like, look, we actually don't have a website, and the reason why that is because one of the things that I found is, we like to focus on results, and we like to focus on the things that truly matter. And so a website for us just hasn't been that quite yet. We would rather, we would rather focus on other stuff right now. I can't tell you, I can't tell you all about what we're doing. I can tell you all about our mission and blah, 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 and you can send it through DMs, right? But the key is just to always frame. And so, never feel like you have to see the world through their eyes, right? You frame it and then they will understand, right? If you essentially, you can frame anything, and I do this all the time, right? For anything really, and I just frame it in a way that it's like I basically turn the whole tables around. I did this once. The prospect then checks your LinkedIn or other social media. Yes, this is also important. I mean, Marwa, maybe you don't have your social media just on point quite yet, but yeah, like, if the reason why, what I would have said, but I'm not sure if because you're just getting started and getting up and running, I'm not sure if your social media is on point, but I would have, I could have even taken a step further and said, look, and the reason why we don't have a website is because a lot of our clients come organically through the content that they see us posting, through our authority in the specific space, and the list goes on.
So I totally get what you're saying. The only, I guess, drawback I'm having with this approach is that what happens when he's like, okay, cool, this sounds really interesting. Tell me more about how many clients you have, or how long you've been in business, or blah, 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 blah. So, like, how would I frame that?
Well, yeah. So I mean, first and foremost, these are what if questions, which you should see them pop up in your head and be like, this hasn't happened yet. So I'm going to deal with number one, I'm going to deal with whatever I have right now, right? And not see how I deal with the rest later. And this is a really, really important skill when you're starting out, because there will be a ton of what if questions. What if I say what if I say this and they say this, right? What if I do this and this happens? You just don't know, right? Like, he might not do that. Now, if he does do that, then what I'll do, and I talk about this in mentorship, like, you could just say, like, you would be, what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for the person to lead the Facebook ads division or whatever division, right? I want to be super transparent with you. Like, you would be, the person that I'm looking for right now is a person that can lead this whole division and can really take it to the moon, right? And so this new division will be taking on new clients that should be closing in the upcoming weeks.
Okay.
Right. So again, I'm not lying, right? I'm not lying at all, because it is absolutely important to be transparent and honest. I'm just framing it in a way that it benefits this person and it benefits us, because we know that this person is going to have incredible job opportunities when working with us, right? And I know it's hard to see it right now, but that's kind of the way you want to think about it.
All right, so if you've gotten to this point of the video, make sure that you've smashed the like button. If you haven't already and you want the algorithm to send videos just like this to your feed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. And the final thing is, if you want to get access to more snippets like this from paid content of mine, as well as stuff that I'm not posting anywhere else, go ahead and apply to my free Facebook community. It's an incredible community full of like-minded people looking to crush it. The link to it is in the description. All you have to do is fill out a bunch of questions, and if you're a good fit, we'll let you in. And with that being said, hope everything has gone well in your journey, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.